Hello and welcome to GeorgeVlogs. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. This is an extension of Being Real George. In case you're meeting me for the first time, we have a lot to discuss today. Nigerians have decided to descend on Pastor E A Adeboye, who is very respected in the nation of Nigeria, as to, his person in the whole Pentecostal movement or the Pentecostal church. And he has made some comments about the government that we have to look at today. And on the other side too, I present to you one man. I will call him the Imam with a very loving, would I say Christian heart, because of course we as Christians, we preach love above every other thing. Of which the comments he also made about the government have been trending online and is quite, some people find it controversial, and there are a couple of issues about it and what he said landed him into. So we're going to be looking at these two respective persons right now on the channel, of course, after the intro.
𝐲𝐨𝐻 on the beat.
Welcome back once again. How are you doing? Hallelujah. One thing I like about GeorgeVlogs is that sometimes I get to eat while I'm doing the live stream, but actually as I'm shooting this video right now, I'm cooking in the kitchen, so I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so let's now look at something really important right here. Pastor E A Adeboye is very much respected in Nigeria. In fact, like I always tell you guys, attention is currency. Not currency based on money alone, but currency based on the fact that once you say something, of course, the news gets to carry it. Now, there's a particular news platform I follow on Facebook, so that I get to share this video today. Now, you can tell me in the comments section if this video is old or recent, because it looks recent to me. I'm going to play it to you, and I'll be telling you what Nigerians themselves had to say about it. Here is a video.
Number two, where is the money going to? 80% of what should have been the income of a nation is going to the hand of some people. That's a lot of money, man. What do they want to do with the money? That's question number 3. Question number 4. Who are the foreign nations buying this stolen oil? Question number 5. How many of these nations of the world are your friends? So you can see the reason why I'm not thinking of 2023. Maybe that's why God has not spoken to me about that, because there is a lot to deal with now. Do I tell you one more thing? It is open secret. It's in the news, undenied, that more than 90% of our income, more than 90% of the money we get from the leftover of the oil that was stolen, we are using it to pay the interest of the money we have already borrowed. More than 90%. And then it is news. I'm sure you listen to the news. We are borrowing more. Meaning what? According to a friend of mine, we are moving steadily to bankruptcy.
So now let's look at what Nigerians had to say about Pastor E A Adeboye's comment with regards to the situation in Nigeria. You heard him quite alright talk. So right now it's not me that is coming to talk, because if I talk now, you will say, George, you are this, you are talking about men of God, you are this. Am I the one talking now? So let me tell you what Nigerians are saying. Umuru Abubakar said here The steady movement to bankruptcy is ably supervised by your spiritual son, Osibanjo. He is a professor, but Buhari is not. If he didn't want to be part of the destruction of the country, he would have resigned. This is how honorable men and women behave. We have heard all sort of things God had told you people in this country, but they never moved us forward but backward. Is there sense or no sense? Tell me in the comments. Now, moving on again, another person here said, Hassan Abayomi said, how many members of your church are under this government payroll and power, COVID-19 loan, NYIF, etc. But now you can say the country is bankrupt. Interesting. Now, said here, Pastor Adeboye, in his schedules too busy to pass such utterances, knowing fully well that God's assignment is too enormous, which must be completed before he leaves this world. Spy Media House is rather lying against this persona. Thanks. So this one is someone that supports him and saying that this particular news media outlet is lying against him. Interesting. Then John Obez said here, you are talking now because your pastor's tenure is almost gone. Where were you ever since? Why have you not spoken? Were you not in this country when everyone was crying? Interesting. I'm trying to look for a good comment, so someone will not say that I'm saying these things and that I'm trying to, you know, paint him bad. But you can share your comments in the comment section as well. Ademechi said here, why can't you organize protests like you march with Tunde Bakari and others with Save Nigeria Today blockade during Jonathan's regime? Are you getting the point now? Wow, this person is quite interesting to say this. Wow, I love it when I see Nigerians really thinking critically about certain things, because most times the politicians like this, they come with a lot of promises for us that they will do this and do that, but in the end, what happens? Because as we look at this imam right now, we are going to see that he made some sense with what he had to say.
Is there nobody to take responsibility? I want to believe that we have all failed. I mean, I failed as an imam to teach you that life is sacred. You all failed as parents to teach your children that killing is bad. Our community leaders failed. Our politicians failed. Governors failed. Especially His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have failed us. We have your video telling Nigerians that the military is capable. Our military is capable. It has all the requirements to tackle this insurgency. And if you are voted into power, you are going to make sure that happens in a short time. You have given 4 years an addition. Yet, people are dying like fowls. Killing is becoming norm in Nigeria under your watch, Mr. President. If there is no Nigerian to tell you, I will take the responsibility of telling you. And I will take the responsibility of the consequences, because the life and properties of Nigerians is above all. Let me tell you, Mr. President, under your watch, bandits are taxing Nigerians. Is that the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria? Under the provision of Constitution of Nigeria, no one has the right to tax any Nigerian, except being authorized by the federal government.
Now, I don't know if you took your time to listen to Sheikh right here speak, but he really spoke. So I'm now looking at I'm not trying to be more of like, okay, a man of God is saying this and this is what an imam is saying. But him speaking boldly to power there and being specific and talking to the government and talking to Buhari himself, of course, of the same religion and all that, it commands authority. And the recent news that came out is that he was suspended as an imam. I'm now like, okay, I thought like imams are like, you know, how we have pastors. I stand to be corrected, okay? So why would they suspend him? Because of what he said? Because what he was saying, of course, he was speaking the truth. Except it's now becoming a religious thing that you don't have to speak against someone of your religion or something who is in power. Then we understand, because even during Jonathan's time, pastors, like you read in the comments here, Adeboye himself and his cohorts were doing a march for him, and you know, those kind of things that happen. But then now there was the rampant of killing Christians, or would I say, you know, things that were happening then is now even doubled right now. But at this point, the pastors themselves are quiet, of course, because if there's a way you can talk against the government and they're going to face the churches. We have made videos on Being Real George looking at, you know, countries whereby churches have been closed down by the government. So maybe they are just being careful. I'm just saying, in Nigeria, such that if they really attack the government like significantly, the government can do and undo. You understand? The only thing they will fall back on, they will still fall back to the members and then try to use the members to achieve a particular goal, because you are the product. You understand? The members themselves, I don't know how to explain this, but you get to understand as time goes on. So looking at these two people, tell me what you think in the comments. What Pastor E A Adeboye has said here is quite interesting. What he said here is facts based on, because he said it's an open secret. You see, because for him, you see, the way when I talk, I will say, according to this, I talk about things that are already there on social media. So he is telling you this is an open secret. You can go and make findings yourself. Of course, he has the right to make commentaries about anything he sees happening on social media as well. Come on, he's a human being. He knows what is happening in the country where his church is being domiciled. You understand? But looking at what the Imam himself said, the Imam himself spoke authoritatively, not like authoritatively to power, but he spoke emphatically, being specific on the situation that is actually going on in the country, which I must really say I respect this man a whole lot, okay? I am here for, I beg, I don't have any issues with whatever religious beliefs you come from or whatever. I believe, first of all, we are human beings, and when the Bible talks about love your neighbor as yourself, it's not about loving your Christian neighbors as yourself or something. It's love your neighbor as you love yourself. It was not specific on whatever fold you belong to. So, you know, let love lead. All right. So that is it for today's episode on George Vlogs. I beg, my food done. You done. Make I dey go. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀, onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun o, onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀, ó jẹ́ ènìyàn ló dúró mi wọ́n ti mọ̀ sí ẹ̀gún, onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun o, Ọlọ́run o, onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun o, onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀. Ó jẹ́ ènìyàn ló dúró mi wọ́n ti máa ṣerégó. Onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun o. Onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun o. Kùtù ọmọ tí mo dábọ̀ Jésù. Wá tí mo dábọ̀ dádì. Onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀. Ó jẹ́ ènìyàn ló dúró mi wọ́n ti máa ṣeré o. Onídúró mi ẹ ṣeun.